Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I just wanted to get up here and just do like a little bit of like real talk with y'all. I don't do these videos a whole lot, or maybe it's something that I wanted to get on YouTube and do kind of like a real talk with y'all, or just share some things that have kind of been, I guess, some experiences that I've learned, and some experiences or some lessons or some type of value that I could share with you guys, and hope that you guys extract something from this. I guess what I want to talk about today is going to be, or what's been on my mind now, is like skinny shaming. And I don't know if that is currently a thing or what I've been going through or whatever the case is. I've never had to experience being like talked down to or criticized for being skinny. I don't consider myself to be skinny, but I guess for maybe where I live in a very small town. So I guess for maybe where I live, I am maybe considered to be small, because a lot of the people around here are like overweight or obese. And I'm not talking junk about anybody who lives down here, anybody who lives in this area, but I'm just calling it what it is. A lot of the people who live here are overweight or very overweight. And for the people who don't really know me, so like the people I grew up around, they know how big I used to be. Like I used to weigh over 250 pounds. And so when they see me, they're like, wow, you're such a different person or whatever. But nobody really knows my struggles and things with eating, and no one really knows my struggles with how much to eat, when to eat, what to drink, what not to drink, you know, what type of foods to avoid, because I'm scared it might trigger something off in my mind. So I feel that here recently I have been kind of I'm not gonna call myself a victim, but I've been experiencing what I think is skinny shaming. At least I think. So I share with, and I'll insert pictures and stuff in the videos, but my weight has been something that I have struggled with since I was young enough to know what fat jokes and stuff were. I got made fun of a lot in school for being fat, being very overweight, obese, whatever word you want to use. I got made fun of a lot. So and I got, you know, all the fat jokes, everything. So I know what it's like to be fat shamed. I've went through that most of my life. To be skinny shamed is something that kind of new to me, I guess. Nobody talks about, so we all know for like heavier people, you get made fun of for being big, you know. I mean, if you're fat, of course you're gonna get the fat jokes, right? But nobody really talks about the effects of the you too small, you too skinny comments. And I guess in a way it could be looked at as a compliment. It really, I mean, I guess in a way it is a compliment, but at the same time, nobody really, I don't know how I'm trying to say this, y'all. It could be, yeah, it's a compliment, I guess, but at the same time, it's like if you keep hearing it, you're gonna be like, well, is something wrong with me being this skinny? Is something wrong with me being this small? Like, why try to make me feel bad about it? And like, I'm just gonna be honest here. Most of the time, the comments mainly come from, well, let me just say this. Over the past, I'm gonna say probably since about 3 or 4 months ago, I've been getting a lot of comments from people about how I need to gain weight, how you too skinny now, all types of stuff. You need to put on some weight. You ain't eating no real food. I've heard it all, and like at one point, y'all, it got so bad for me that I had started like just drinking. I was drinking peanut butter, eating crazy. I mean, I was just eating crazy stuff, and it's like drinking peanut butter ain't real food, and it just is like, I just want to be left alone. If I'm too skinny, let me just be too skinny. I was a little too skinny. I could see my rib bones, rib cage and everything when I would take my shirt off. So I would consider that to be just a teensy weensy bit unhealthy. It comes off as more of like, I wish I could do that type of thing, because you got a lot of people who are you know, overweight or obese and they want to be skinny. You got people who have tried to lose weight and can't. You got people who maybe who maybe want to lose weight but don't really know where to start. You can't control what people say. You can only kind of control what comes from you, right? We hear from when we're young, you need to just ignore what people say. People are going to have negative comments. The best thing you can do is to ignore it and go on with your life. But girl, it ain't that easy. It's not that easy. And if I got any people out there who used to be like overweight or obese and you're now a normal or average weight or slightly below average weight person, let me know in the comments below. So like, how do you handle that as a person who used to be very, very obese? You're no longer an obese person. You're now an average weight person or skinny, or by other people's standards, I guess a slimmer or skinny person. How do you handle that? What do you do? Can somebody give me some advice? Because the girl's over here struggling. What if I want to be 125 pounds? What, girl? So what, girl? I mean, people have made me feel really bad for caring about what I put in my body, how much I put in my body. People made me feel bad about not wanting to sit there and eat myself so full that I can't move. Like, it got, y'all, it got kind of hard for me at one point because I was sitting there just throwing food in to the point where I didn't even want to get up off the couch. Like, eating more just feel very awful. Like, you just sit there and go, you can't move, you can't walk, you can't exercise, it's hard for you to breathe. You feel hopeless, like you got nothing to live for. Like, nobody should want to sit there and just stuff themselves that full. What if, and it could be, and I also have come to the realization that what if God just wants me to be like a smaller framed or small bodied person? What if that's just my lane in life? Like, don't let, and this is also, and I just said this earlier, but I'm saying it again, don't let anybody else's opinion of what you shouldn't be like sway you to do anything. That's easier said than done. I just said that earlier in the video, but it's very true. Don't let anybody else's opinions get to you, because I'm telling y'all straight up, like, it's been really hard for me these past couple months with the up and down of my weight, what to eat, what not to eat, and this is just me venting. Yeah, I just, for the people out there who follow me for my weight loss videos, or you just like me as a personality, fine. Don't let anybody make you feel like you have to be this thing. Don't let anybody make you feel like you need to be this way. Your body needs to look that way. I just said that it's easier said than done, and it is. It's easier. It's so easy for me to just sit here and be like, you need to do this, and don't ever let anybody. But to put that into effect or to make that a part of your like reality, it's gonna take some work. I was at work, and then this lady just looks at me up and down and be like, you need to gain weight. And I was like, and I laughed it off. I was like, huh, yeah, I know I do, whatever. But it's like, I'm gonna just say this, women really don't like each other. That's my first thing I want to say. Women hate each other. It don't matter the age, we just do not like each other. That's number one. And number two, people don't really realize, like, if you keep hearing that over and over and over and over and over again, you do start to feel like maybe something's wrong with being small and not really wanting to eat a whole lot. You start feeling that way. And I'll also say this too, being skinny is not an excuse to not get up off your bootay and move around. Most of the people who are gonna make fun of you for wanting to be thin, who want to make you feel bad for wanting to be thin or caring about how much you eat, they are the main ones who give no ifs, no craps about their own diet. They don't care anything about exercising. They don't care anything about being thin. So if they don't care about it for themselves, they're not going to care about it for you. Better keep that in mind. Therapeutic for me to get on here and talk about my life and what I've been going through, and just life changes for me. I love you guys so very much. Thank you to all the people who like me enough to watch me. Again, I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.